Hi everyone, welcome back. We're heading into episode 10 of TharnType. So we're here. We're in the last few episodes now. I feel it's really going to pick up. We saw that Tharn and Tar finally have seen each other once again. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of conflict. And maybe some foreshadowing that was done earlier on in the episodes. I know Type said he was never going to break up with Tharn again. Somehow I don't believe that. I feel like something has to happen, or at least he says maybe they should. But it depends, because they also brought up cheating. So does he find Tharn in a situation where it looks like he's cheating, and so that's why they break up? Not sure. Also, Lhong's reaction to finding out they were a couple was very strange. We know he likes Tharn, but it seemed like a very weird reaction to have. But it could just be a reaction. I just find him a very strange character. The actor does a really good job. So I just want to get straight into this episode and see what happens. Seems like he's being secretive. What is he hiding? Then why are you acting so strange? There you go, cheating's been brought up again.
ดีมากเขาว่ากันว่าตามใจเมียอาจารย์เจริญนี่กูกลายเป็นคนที่
I think a lot of men can say that.
ไม่กลัวเฮ้ยไงมึงเพื่อนไหนคะ
Yeah, he just turns up and says hello to him after their interactions.
กูอ่ะเพื่อนสนิทไอ้ห่าหลงกูจะฟ้องไอ้ห่าว่ามึงแกล้งกูมึงก็ลองไปฟ้องดิแล้วก็คอยดู
Yeah, he's not going to take your side. He's always going to take Type's. Sly, Sly, Sly.
กูนะมันตกลงโอเคกูเลี้ยงข้าวมึงแหละตามมึงเป็นเก่า
Why would he need to know about his
เรื่
ex-boyfriends?
องแฟนเก่าอะไรมาวะ
No, see, there's something wrong here. Why would he be telling him all of this? He doesn't need to know this.
คนดับอาถรรพ์ถ้าไม่นับรวมที่ศาลมันคบมาที่มันอยู่สักประมาณ
I feel like he's planting seeds of doubt into Type's
มี
head.
สองติดเว้ยพี่เขานะโคตรหล่อเลยเรียนเอกไวโอลินแต่ทาเนี่ยมันเสือกจับได้ว่า
Five-timer,
พี่เขาครบซ้อนห้า
that's unique. The actor Lhong does it really well. He's reeling in Type little bits of information.
ผมเอาสปายครับโทษครับสปายทาน่ะ มันคบไปก็
Sprite.
ไม่เกิน2 เดือนต้าใครนะน้องต้า
Isn't he supposed to be your friend and you're saying all of this about him?
ก็แบบน่ารักตัวเล็กๆอะไรแบบเนี้ยมันแอบชอบไปทานแล้วมันก็
Yeah, the music just highlighted how much of an asshole Lhong is.
ได้กันก็
Prolonging the torture there, Lhong. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's done this before.
เลิกจบสวยตั้มเนี่ยต่อยทานบอกว่าทำน้องไม่
That's why he was looking at
น้องต้า
Tharn Tharn that way in the classroom.
รักกันขนาดแต่งเพลงให้กันทำไมถึงเลิกกันวะหนูห้ามบอกนะว่ากูบอกอ่ะ
Then you should have told him all of this.
กูอ่ะเอาเรื่องหนักหัวให้แฟนสุดที่รักของมัน
Well, well, well. Look what we have here.
พี่ท่านแต่พี่ไม่มีเรื่องเผื่อป้า
You really hurt him.
เดี๋ยวนะพี่ท่านเดี๋ยวพี่ท่านคงโกรธต้ามากใช่ไหมพี่ไม่โกรธต้าแล้วเรื่องมันผ่านมาเป็นปีแล้วต้าขอบคุณมากนะ
It's been a long time.
ผมขอโทษนะครับที่ทำแบบนั้นผมไม่เคยอยากเลิกกับพี่เลยนะ ต้าบอกเลยตอนเนี้ย
There's a secret he can't tell you. Something or someone has something on him.
พี่ขอโทษนะต้า
I think sometimes Tharn is too nice for his own good.
ทำไมต้าเลิกกับพี่อ่ะผมบอกไม่ได้อ่ะแต่ผมมีเหตุผลจริงๆนะต้ารักพี่ทานนะเมื่อก่อนหรือตอนนี้ต้าก็รักพี่ทาน
But he loves someone else.
โอกาสให้ต้าแก้ตัวอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะครับต้าพี่ขอตัวนะพี่ทานพี่ทาน
He should have told him just right then and there. Because he didn't say no. That's the problem. He didn't reject him.
โหพี่ทานซื้อมาเลี้ยงคนทั้งหอปะเนี่ย
I'm sure you can eat all of
วันนี้
that.
มันเกิดใครวะกูเกิดวันที่2 เมษายนนะ
Ah, he's an Aries. Welcome to the club.
กูขอโทษ
I wonder why he's feeling guilty. He didn't do anything
ไม่อยาก
wrong.
ขอโทษ
Right now,
หา
anyway.
ซื้อมาให้พอดีดีกว่าเข้าใจว่าช่วงเนี้ยมึงกำลังวุ่นอยู่กับกูเองก็กำลังวุ่นอยู่กับที
Yeah, you can't help it if both of you are
บอก
busy.
ว่ามึงผิดที่ไม่มีเวลาให้กูก็เหมือนมึงด่ากูด้วยนั่นแหละ
Yeah, and then who rings him? This person.
ไม่มีอะไรดีขึ้นหรอกผิดไปแล้วจริงๆครับพี่ทานเลิกอะไรนะต้ายังไงพี่กับแฟนก็ต้องเลิกกันพวกพี่ไม่มีวันไปกันรอดไม่มีทาง
How'd you know that?
ต้าทำไมต้าพูดแบบเนี้ยตะกี้มึงคุยกับใครอะทะเลาะกับไอ้หลงนิดหน่อยอะ
See, he's lying here, and this is gonna get you in trouble.
สบู่หมดอะดิ
I'm happy that they really put this character into the episode. This is the most amount I think we've had of Tar throughout the whole season.
ต้าครับ
I get that he's upset. I mean, you would be if you loved someone and you broke up with them. But to say that him and the person that Tharn's with are going to break up, it's never going to last. That wasn't a nice thing. Did he have a panic attack? This poor kid. Obviously something really traumatic has happened to him. Tom really loves him.
ตรงไหน ต้ารู้ไหมทั้งชีวิตพี่อะต้าแม่งเป็นคนที่สำคัญที่สุดเลยนะเว้ยขอโทษ
I don't think Tar realizes just how much Tom loves him. Nice contrast as well from what just they're going through to what these two were doing.
เหนื่อยงั้นกูไปเอาข้าวมาให้นะวิ่งมาทั้งวันแล้วขี้เกียจลุกกูไปเอาน้ำให้นะ
That's his form of affection. He likes playing with someone's hair when he likes them.
มึงก็ขี้อ้อนจังเวนใครอ้อนมึงกูกับมึงก็ใช้แชมพูยี่ห้อเดียวกันทำไมผมมึงนิ่มขนาดนี้วะ
Here we go.
ดูผมกูดิโคตรสากเลยมึงไปเตะบอลกลางแดดอะส่วนกูมาในตังเดินเล่นกับมึง
Where does he get the idea that his hair is coarse? Look how shiny it is.
แล้วมึงอะ
You know, you'd forget that they're actors and these are just characters.
ไม่ใช่แค่สนุกนะ
You sometimes feel like this is just a couple.
โคตรมีความสุข
I told you he's sly. That is a smart move to make. Though it will cause conflict, it is smart because you want to figure out who's calling your partner. Because you can't always trust someone 100%. Especially if it's your first ever same-sex relationship and it's really new to you and all these feelings are new. And also, Tharn has lied now to Type.
อย่าตายนะมึงครับ
It's about time these two interacted.
นะครับนี่นะคนนี้เลยคนนี้
He is always happy. Or at least pretends to be happy.
ไม่เชื่อหายแล้วไงน้องก็ไม่ได้ทางไปยุ่งกับคนเหี้ยๆอย่างมึงหรอกเฮ้ย
Why is he a scumbag? Oh, I'm guessing because of how they broke up.
กูไม่รู้นะว่าทำไมมึงเกลียดกูมากขนาดเนี้ย
It's because he loves his brother and he was jealous and still is.
ว่ากูไม่เคยทำร้ายน้องมึงแล้วก็นายตั้มว่ากูเจ็บขนาดไหนที่ต้องเห็นอาเสียใจคนอย่างมึง
Whoever drew that, that's amazing.
ไทยเดี๋ยวกูเข้าไปทำพิธีนะวันนี้ไม่มีเล่นไม่ใช่ก็
He's not telling the truth. Why are you lying here? What do you think it's going to do? I see he puckered his lips there.
มีคงได้ใช่ไหมงั้น
You're gonna follow him, aren't you? Because I would.
แล้วพ่อหนุ่มตาคมอ่ะไม่มาด้วย
Bright-eyed. I like that. He is.
นี่วันเนี้ยที่เห็นตั้มกับ
อย่ามานั่งข้างน้องกู
But where else is he gonna sit?
แล้วก็อย่ามานั่งข้างกูด้วยอ้ามที่ต้าไปบอกว่าพี่กับแฟนต้องเลิกกันทำไมต้าพูดแบบนั้นนะนี่ต้าคิดอะไรอยู่อะฮะ
It's nice to see Tharn angry.
เพราะว่าต้ารักพี่ทานต้ารักพี่ทานจริงๆนะ
I don't think he doubts that. I really just think he wants to know why you broke up with him. He really is too nice for his own good.
มันเป็นใครครับพี่
ไทยที่ว่าใจเย็นๆก่อนนะ
Yeah, it does look bad though. I mean, he's touching his face.
คนเนี้ยเขาเป็นน้องชายอดีตเพื่อนร่วมวงของทาน
Poor Poor Type.
ฮัลโหลไอ้หลงมึงเล่าทุกอย่างที่มึงรู้เกี่ยวกับแฟนคนก่อน
Wrong person to speak to. See, I told you, just he reels people in. Long is a snake.
พี่ขอให้พี่โชคดีกับแฟนนะครับพี่อยากให้จบในเรื่องของเราเลย
This isn't gonna end well. Is he gonna break up with Tharn?
กว่าจะมาได้นี่ไปเจอใครไปซ้อม
Oh, you're lying again.
กูให้มึงพูดอีกทีหนึ่งมึงไปเจอใครมากูไม่ใช่ควายอะทำไมกูจะไม่รู้ มึงกำลัง
Exactly.
โกหกกูอยู่ทำไมกูจะไม่รู้ว่ามึงกำลังมีพิรุธทำไมทีนี้ไม่เถียงอ่ะเถียงกูดิตอบกูดิวะ
Tell him.
กูขอโทษ
Mm.
กูกับป้าไม่ได้มีกันมึงจะให้กูเชื่อกับคนที่แค่ตอบคำถามกูยังตอบไม่ได้กันเหรอวะ
Kinda did answer it by saying nothing at all.
กูไม่ได้ทำอะไรจริงๆอ่ะ
Here we go, we're gonna show all of their pain. Sometimes love hurts. Type. All four of them look. And they're all doing different stages of crying as well. They look all different stages. So that was episode 10. That was a pretty intense episode. So it had a lot of highs and lows. Lhong, you knew as an audience member, we know exactly what he's doing. In the beginning when he's talking to Type, he's given him just enough information to reel him in, to then plant seeds of doubt into Type's head, so that later on Type will start to disbelieve what Tharn's telling him because of what Lhong has said. When someone tells you, especially if someone who's supposed to be that person's best friend, tells you about their exes and also just what they were like because of situations, as in sleeping around, the 2-month curse, you start to have your doubts. And he reeled him in, and then he poured or drank water, in this case, enough to keep Type interested. And then to keep himself clear, telling Type not to tell Tharn. I'm really happy that all these 4 actors were up front and centre stage in this whole entire episode. It was good that we had Tum and Tar so much in this episode. We really needed them. We needed to understand the history between these 3 characters, because Type isn't involved, but those 3, we need to know their history, and we know a bit more now. We can see there is something going on with Tar, something really dark. Something happened to him that caused him to break up with Tharn. And then, and because he's young, we get the whole lashing out and saying, well, you'll never last. And you can see how much it hurts. He obviously still loves Tharn with all of his heart. I think it's his first love. And when you're so young, you don't think you can get over your first love. And in a situation where something happens to you, something quite dark, you cling to that little light, that little grasp of hope. And obviously his hope is Tharn. And in all honesty, we only needed these 4 out of who usually, like, Tekno didn't need to be in this episode, no, their friends needed to be in this episode, apart from Lhong. And then we saw he really is a snake. Because he tries to he tries to sliver his way into Tharn's life and always be the friend that was there for him, always the shoulder to cry on when the boyfriend breaks up with him. You can't trust Lhong, and this episode was a big highlight in that. Because he was the person who planted the seeds in Type's head. And Type is really smart. I think sometimes we forget that because he's very reactionary, he's very emotional. So he usually acts with anger because of obviously what happened to him. But what we saw was he was smart enough to let Tharn, in a way, hang himself. Because he gave him the ropes, and Tharn lied repeatedly in this episode, which is always going to cause trust issues. Just be honest and upfront. As much as Type reacts in an angry manner, at least he would have respected you for being open and honest. And then also for Type taking the number down so it's in his phone. Very smart move. Because then you can figure out who the person is. Contact them. See who answers. Tom really loves Tar. To the point that his jealousy takes over and he just wants Tar to himself. Because of what's happened to Tar, he's got to back off a little. He's got to give the kid some space and just be there for him right now. Because that's all he needs. He just needs someone there for him. I was expecting a breakup because of just the foreshadowing I spoke about earlier. But that didn't happen. But we got conflict, we got an argument. That's not going to be resolved yet because Tar is still there and that story hasn't ended and we haven't finished the show. So we're going to see where that goes. I just wish that Tharn hadn't lied. He lied up until the last moment. Until Type just came out with it. And that's always going to cause problems. Because you just can't lie in a relationship. This was probably one of the better episodes. This is an episode, for me personally, we really needed. We got a bit more of Tharn and Type as a couple and a bit of Tharn's history, having an ex involved. Brilliantly acted. All four of these guys are amazing, and I really enjoyed all the different 4 stages of crying that they had. Type did a really nice ugly cry. That's not to say the actor or the character is ugly, but that you let yourself go, because TV shows, when they show people crying, they usually want them to look beautiful and unrealistic when they're crying, but you could see the actor was letting out all the emotions, which is really draining. But it was beautifully done, and now, for me, I'm really getting a sense of how much Type loves Tharn. He's also matured a lot, because in a lot of the cases, he could have reacted how he would have reacted in the first episode, and instead, he gathered enough information before he came and confronted Tharn with what he knows. Needs to calm down with that mouth, but that wasn't bad compared to what he used to say to Tharn. But now we're going to figure out. I have a feeling that Type is going to confront Tar. Why not? You are the current boyfriend, confront the ex. I don't know more what Tom's going to be in. I don't think he's going to interact with Tharn again. Lhong, there's something up with him. He's very much a snake. He's sly, he's a fox. The type of animals that slink their way around. I don't know what he has to do with the story, but I don't trust him at all. You can tell he wants Tharn to himself, so I don't know if he is involved in the breakup with Tharn and Tar, but if it wasn't for him, and there wouldn't be a TharnType. I think the next episode, I'm probably going to get a lot of my questions in my head answered. So let's just look forward to next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a good day and see you around.